Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. This is Mark.
And this is Kim.
And this is
Mark and Kim TV. So in this video, we will be talking about taxes here in Malaysia.
Right, because it's tax season right now here in KL.
So we're going to be discussing about the taxes as far as we know, based on our salary range, based on the taxes that we're supposed to be paying, how much are we supposed to be paying, at least a percentage, and how long we're going to pay that, and about tax refund. So every year, we have to file the taxes from the previous year.
Right.
That is also for tax refund. Well, that means if you have paid in excess, you will be getting a refund,
Correct.
basically. So this year we'll be filing the taxes from 2022. So we have until April if you're filing that offline, meaning maybe if you go to the office, their office, the tax office, or you have until May if you're filing online.
Okay, so if you are a new foreign worker or an expat here in Malaysia, you are subject for a 28 to 30% discount for the next...
Discount?
Okay, so if you're a new foreign worker or expat here in Malaysia and you're earning 3,000 and above, you are subject to a 28 to 30% income tax for the next 6 months.
Yeah, why is that 6 months? Well, there is a policy, or it's part of their tax law, I guess we call that, that you have to be paying them 28 to 30% if it's your 6 months. It's your first 6 months here in Malaysia. Of course, in your salary, in your pay slip, there will be a deduction of 28 to 30%. That's kind of a lot if,
Right.
if you're earning like 3,000. But then you can also think about that as the savings for the next year. And what you need to do from your end, if it's your first time, is of course to secure a tax ID or a tax number.
Right. So how are you going to do that? So if you, since you're new in Malaysia, there would be requirements in order for you to obtain a tax ID. So what we can advise is for you to check with your HR, and they will provide you necessary documentation for you to submit or for you to give it to the Hasil. That's what they called it. It's LHDN, right?
Yeah.
LHDN, or for short, they called it here Hasil.
That's a tax office. So
Right.
you go there, and then you really have to go there physically, of course, and bring your documents and your passports to create or to file for a tax number.
Right.
And an online account. So because we are filing the taxes from the previous year, it can get a little tricky if you've joined the company, let's say last quarter of the year. Based on our experience last time, they want the 6 months to be on the same calendar year. So tax, so there's a word that they use for that, like whatever, it's like in the same year for filing the taxes. So for example, it has to be a 6 months consecutive on the same year. So what happens sometimes if you joined late on the year, of course you are unable to successfully complete the 6 months in the same year, right? The other half goes to the second year. So what happens sometimes is that you will have to restart. So meaning
Right.
that they will count another 6 months on the current year. It's, to be honest, it really is not always the case. It really depends sometimes on factors, on their the factors on their taxes, because they will always send updates in how they would calculate this or get your taxes, or also depends on the company sometimes.
Right. It always depends on the company.
Yeah.
So it's just for we're giving you this information for you to take note of that. That it
And
could
maybe ask your HR when
Yes.
you join.
Exactly. So ask your HR, and they will give you all the information
Yeah.
needed.
And so maybe you're saying that the taxes in Malaysia is very high, 28 to 30%. No, we keep on saying 6 months. That is because it's just on the first 6 months.
Right.
And it's going to be on your first job or first company only.
Right.
Afterwards, if you are already here or
More
paying
than-
your taxes more than 6 months, what's going to happen next?
Yes, if you will be more than 180 days, so that's equivalent to 6 months, you will be eligible for what they called resident tax. So resident tax ranges from 6 to 8% depending on the
Your salary bracket.
Yes.
Yeah.
depending on your salary bracket.
Yes.
So
Okay, so that's about taxes. Of course, you can always Google that. You can always search that. But this is just based on our experience, since Some of our subscribers also asked to talk about taxes a
Right.
little bit. You know, we're not really expert on that, but this is just based on how we are observing, you know, so far working here for the longest
Right.
time.
And so one thing to take note is that tax or hasil, they always have an update.
The reason why we keep on saying that there is update or because it keeps on changing and also depends on the officer that you encounter when you go to their office. I don't really know how and why it's like that. Sometimes the officer would ask you to fill in an in and out form for them to determine if you've been here more than 6 months. Others don't ask that if they know you've been here for a while. So there's really like a variation on their procedure, but this is just to give you some heads up or give you some information on what to expect when you are dealing with taxes
Right.
here.
And just to be safe, it's better that if it's your first 180 days, don't go out of Malaysia.
Yeah, so it's easier for you to calculate the days
Right.
as well. So how do you get a tax ID or a tax number? Of course, you have to wait for the documents coming from your HR. It will include all the things that are necessary for your application. Of course, you have to bring yourself and your passport because that's very important. You have to make sure to go to the nearest Hasil or LHDN office near your area, near your place. And you have to make sure that it's near because why? Whatever happened to your taxes or whatever questions or whatever concerns that you have, they will direct you to the same office where you registered.
Right. When you go there, make sure that everything is photocopied, especially your passport from top to bottom. All of
The
that.
entire pages.
Yeah, it's the entire pages. You need to photocopy it, and that's part of the requirements that they will ask. If
To be
you-
safe, photocopy everything, including your contract. If this is your first job,
Right.
photocopy everything. Otherwise, you will be asked to go back and forth. So, photocopy everything and don't forget your contract again if this is your first time
Right.
as well. Okay, so what are the things that you needed, of course, for your tax ID? Your company should be providing this to you. That will be a tax-born letter, EA form, and
PCB.
PCB form.
Alright.
PCB is a short form and EA as well, but I think it's in Malay or in Bahasa Malaysia. But these are the acronyms for those. So PCB2
Yeah, PCB2, it's actually.
and EA.
Yeah. So PCB2, it's a form where it will be provided by your company. It will have a breakdown as to how much was deducted to your salary on a month-to-month basis. So that would be the remittance that they remit to the tax body of Malaysia government. Okay, so right after you file your tax, let's give it a month or so, and they will refund the excess directly on your bank account.
Yeah. So it's actually very easy. You just have to get the things that you need, go online, and then process it there. Unfortunately, if you forget your password, there is no other way but to go to your tax office. So that's why you have to make sure to go to the nearest tax office in your area because whatever happens or whatever issue you have, you always have to be going back to the same office. You cannot change your tax office where you register.
Right, that's correct.
All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. We know it's been a while. We've been very busy, but hopefully we will be able to create more content. And just an insert, we have met one of our subscriber.
Right.
Last time we went to the mall.
Yeah.
We're gonna show the picture here. So shout out to France.
Yes, hi friends.
It's nice to meet you.
Right, and we do have another subscriber we met in NU Central.
Yeah, but
right?
we didn't get a
Yeah,
photo, so we forgot. We were like carried away that we have our avid subscriber. Of course, we want to call them friends, of course, because we're not really that big of a YouTuber to call you
Correct.
subscribers. But technically, you're subscribed to the channel. So, but we're very happy. So if in case you see us in KL Central, that's where our office his and my office. Don't hesitate to say hi.
yeah.
I might look different sometimes because I keep on changing my hair. But of course, Mark, you would always see him there.
Right. Yes.
His face doesn't change mine, maybe. But don't hesitate to approach us.
Please.
We'll be very happy to.
Yes, guys, because we don't know each one of you. So if you are familiar with our faces, please do approach us. We would appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for all of your support.
Yes.
If you have seen us somewhere but you haven't, just approach us, leave a comment below. We're gonna make sure to at least
Right.
say hi to you.
KL is just a small area, so we might bump to each other.
Okay. All right. So I think that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. We hope that you guys learned something from this. It's a little bit rushed, I would say. We're from office or from work a little bit tired, but
Yeah.
we wanna put this video out. So
So if you're new to our channel and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
and hit the like button. It will help this video as well.
Stay safe and make it a great day. Bye.